in today's video, we'll be learning how to draw the hook under Tangency problem. And with the hook, the first thing we'll draw is these two circles. The inner circle has a diameter of 45 and the outer circle has a diameter of 90. And from that center to the circle down here, there's a distance of 180 millimeters. So first we'll draw this circle, the other one, and this one. So from this point, you measure on 180 upwards. So we draw our inner circle of radius 22.5 and our outer circle of radius 45. And next we draw a bottom circle which has a radius of 45. So from here, the next step is to draw this circle of radius 90 millimeters. But this circle has a center 23 millimeters away from the one we already drawn. So we measure 23 and draw this bigger circle of radius 90. So we measure our 23. Take our compass, open to radius 90. And now we draw our bigger circle. For the next step, we're going to draw this circle, and this circle forms an external tangent with this circle. So with external tangency, we add the radius, stand at the center of the known circle, and we will strike an arc. With both centers having a radius of 45, when we add them we get 90. So we open our compass to 90, stand at the known center and strike our first arc. So let's call that arc C1. And with with our second circle, it forms an external tangency with the bigger circle we drew. So we'll add their radius, open our compass to the summation, we'll stand at the center of the bigger circle, and we'll strike another arc. So we have the radius of the bigger circle being 90 and the one we are going to draw being 45. So when we add it, we get a radius of 135. So open our compass to a radius of length of 135. Stand at the center of the bigger circle. This is the center of the bigger circle, the circle with a radius of 90, and we strike another arc. So that will be point C2. So for the next step, we open to the radius of the circle we are about to draw. That's 45. Stand at both points and draw a circle. So point C1. Draw a circle. Stand at point C2. Draw a circle. So for the next part, we'll be drawing this circle, the circle of radius 7, which form an external tangent. Which form an external tangent with our base circle and internal tangent with our top circle. So for internal tangency, we subtract our radius, that's 45 minus 7, that gives us 38. So open our compass to 38. 38. Stand at the center, that's at the point C1, and strike our first arc. And the circle of radius 7 forms an external tangent with our base circle. I mean, this arc we've drawn, this base circle. So with external tangents, we add our radius, and when we add our radius, that's 45 plus 7, we get 52. So open our compass to that's 52. That's the radius 52. Stand at center C2, and we strike our second arc. So after striking our second arc, we see we have a point of intersection of both arcs, and that will be the center for our circle of radius 7. So open our compass to the radius 7. Stand at the center and draw our circle of radius 7. So for the next step, we are going to draw this inclined line using the principle of tangency between two circles of the same radius. In order to draw your inclined line, we need to join the centers of the circles we are going to draw the tangent for. And with our work, we've already done that. So for the next step, we have to bisect that line. We stand at one point, open more than half, strike arc. The next point. So let's call this point P and this point A. After bisecting our vertical line, we then bisect line PA. Center of P. And let's call this point F. So we take our compass, stand at point F, and our radius FA. Radius FA. We'll draw a semicircle. After drawing the semicircle, we draw a line from the center, that's point A, to where the semicircle cuts the circle. Let's call this point D. Now we rule a straight line from point D through point B to touch our circle. And for our next step, we'll be learning how to construct this part, this line over here. And this line passes through the center, that's point A. So we are going to use the principle of tangency from a point to a circle. And with that process, we also draw a line to touch both centers. Afterwards, we bisect that line. And the point of intersection, let's call that place P prime. So we take our compass, stand at point P prime. Open to point A. And we draw a semicircle. And from there, we'll draw our line from the center of the bigger circle to touch where the semicircle cuts our circle of radius 90 millimeters. And later we join from point A to where the semicircle cuts the radius. So now what's left is to draw this circle, which forms external tangent with this circle of diameter 90 and our line. So for the external tangency, we add their radius. That will be 77. So open our compass to 77. Stand at the center, that's point A, and draw a first arc. So for our second arc, we measure a distance of 32. Just to draw a parallel line to this one, it's a distance of 32 to cut our first arc. So open our compass to a radius of 32. Stand at one point, draw our first arc. stand at a different point of the same line and draw a second arc. So we join the tips of those arcs to cut our first arc we've drawn. So our line bisects the arc at C2. So now we open our compass to radius 32. Stand at point C2 and draw our circle. So our next step is to deepen our outlines to have our real figure. Deepening our outlines, we have our diagram.
I found it. What is that?